I think that the Fed data from Richmond allowed you to be able to say, wait a second, this was an area that was very strong, and it's now weak. And yes, we got some great Christmas sales, but we have to take a look at the Fed. The other thing that I felt was that what's happened is we're trying to analyze whether this is October 2008, where you did every single one of these sell-offs after big rallies was a mistake to buy, or is it October, as Michael said, October 2011, where you did want to buy them because it was benign. And when I look at those two periods, October 2011 was a period where the economy wasn't bad. It was really from Europe. October 2008 was just devastating. It was just horrendous time. I think we're much more like 2011, where we've got some weakness, but the Fed is kind of dug in its heels. But I thought the most important thing was the trade news. I think the president is able to do something in trade. I think these talks are going to be productive. And I think that's one of the reasons why we actually had a genuine rally that I think if it's down 2.5% to 3%, you want to buy, not sell.
Jim, any doubt in your mind? You said yesterday on Twitter, all these algos are keyed off of oil right now.
Every single one of them. And it's really rather remarkable watching oil all morning. And oil peaked October 3rd, October 4th. October 3rd is Jay Powell's intemperate comments. October 4th was Pence's comments about it's more than just a trade war with China. Oil's been going down straight ever since. The algos have said to them, if oil were to bottom at 43, 44 and hold, then I think that algo trade, which has been so right, so therefore they just stick with it, goes off. And maybe that's possible because it's at a level where a lot of the oil that has been, where we've been pumping like mad, and we don't really cut back our pump at 45, but we won't be drilling that much in 2019 if prices are here. So that market could stabilize. But yeah, it's really remarkable if you overlay oil to October 3rd or October 4th. It's just straight down. And it's been what all the machines are keying on.
Yeah, I mean, Jim, what we're talking about feels really short-term in nature. What would you tell someone if they're trying to think long-term into 2019 with so much uncertainty around how the Fed is ultimately going to respond to all of this, now that they're maybe semi-flexible around the balance sheet and around interest rates, and how the trade talks are going to go with China?
Well, I'm actually optimistic about the trade talks at this point because I think the president doesn't want the economy derailed by the Fed. I think he really does view it's going to do that. I don't think they look so granular as the Richmond said, but they should. Look, I got to tell you, Sarah, over the last few days, I've been thinking a lot about long-term versus short-term. And I think that short-term, you wake up every morning and you get hit. I'm worried what people look at their stages next week and say, wow, I got hit. But, we've had just a horrendous sell-off, the likes of which I really haven't seen since 2008. And we have stocks that are down so much that I just can't tell people to sell. It just seems wrong. I know that the CDs give you some good rates. I know the staples haven't fallen enough. But when I look at the financials, they do reflect the fact that there's never going to be any growth in banks again. I don't think that's true. The industrials reflect that there'll be a never-ending trade war. I think a lot of companies that were domestic did have pretty good Christmases, and yet their stocks traded down to levels where we thought they were going to have a really bad Christmas. So I think it got overdone on the downside. I think the boom is very palpable. But if it pulls back, only October of 2008 and November of 2008, right before the Citicorp recapitalization, were oversold that went down that it was a mistake to buy. So I got a couple days that were bad to buy, down 2-3 after a big run, and then I got a lot of days that it worked. So I think down 3 you pick, you don't sell.